Hey everyone, this is your girl Lala, aka the baddest woman on YouTube, and thank you for coming into my channel, Lala's Empire. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Also, follow me on my social medias as well. So, as everybody knows, I know Last Ride, the Undertaker documentary, it was chapter 5. It debuted today, and I just finished watching it not too long ago. And I had to take notes because it was like a lot. Okay. Plus, I found out some other stuff on social media, but I'm pretty much everybody knows. I mean, I got DM'd. I saw it on, so I was like, okay, let me just go watch Last Ride, and then I'll figure everything out. And then I'll speed that to you guys. So apparently, it began with Roman, Extreme Rules, when he tag teamed with Roman Reigns against Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre. At that time, he felt like, okay, he felt more better, like everything was at ease. After that, we didn't see him that much. He went to Hawaii, and I'm just reading off the notes that don't judge my notebook. It's still good. He went to Hawaii. He also mentioned that he appreciated the fans of them showing him love. Trust me, all the fans, WWE Universe showing him love. Also, when I think it came down to the point, he was in thought where he wanted to be done, because even the shit that went down at Crown Jewel with him and I brought Lesnar, I'm sorry, Goldberg and Undertaker, he admitted nobody wasn't at fault, but when Goldberg did that jackhammer, he was 2 inches away of breaking his neck. So it was just like, okay, shit. Okay, anytime he could get hurt, that's what he was thinking about. But think about it. Then also we had AJ Styles hit up Undertaker and say, hey, I may want to go ahead and have a match with you. Undertaker at that time wasn't sure. So we're talking about Michelle McCool, and Undertaker is friends with AJ's best friend. And, the talk came, the thought of it came back up again. That even Michelle McCool said, hey, if you want to go out in style, try with AJ Styles. Even Ed said, hey, go with AJ Styles. Like, if that was me, I would pick him out of the hat too. And no, this is not wrestling tea. But y'all make sure y'all cop the mug right there. Cop my merch, wrestling tea. Even when Randy Orton first started, Undertaker had a match with him when the time he was American Badass. He made Randy Orton actually look good. And even Vince was asking Undertaker, like, what are you doing? He was like, I gotta make him look good. Like, this is the new kid, gotta make him look good. So, and then as time progresses, he went ahead to the Performance Center and met up with some of the trainees from, there's some people that's in, like, some people from NXT was in there. There was an office, and he met up with them, trained with them, and that's when he realized, like, okay, this could be me training with them, should show me, like, if I could go with AJ Styles. Pretty much the Super Showdown, y'all know what happened. He showed up, showed out, and he made his presence. What's crazy is when WrestleMania happened, the match between him and AJ Styles, he was 55. So, okay. When AJ Styles, y'all remember when AJ Styles did that promo and he mentioned Michelle McCool? That was right there. It pushed the envelope to me. It pushed the envelope, whereas The Undertaker was able to go back to being the American Badass. Because it's like, it's along the lines of, okay, he's talking shit about my wife. But he's like, okay, you want to come for me? As that saying, and I'm going for it, I'm like so big on that quote, I will make you famous. He's always said, I'm going to make you famous. So with that being said, when AJ did that promo, Undertaker did that promo. If y'all remember that promo he did, I think it was during Monday Night Raw too. He had on the bandana. So pretty much it was showing like, not only you're getting Mark Calloway, because you know AJ Styles said his government name, you're getting The Undertaker, and you're getting American Badass. Now they did a flashback of how the American Badass was born. At that time, during the Attitude Era, you know, people were getting a little ruder, you know, a little rowdier, pretty much. So Undertaker had to figure out, okay, he had to flip the switch, and that's what he did. Around that time, I would say, dang, it was, and I already made the notes too. Did I notate it? Did I notate it? It was pretty much Judgment Day. He made his presence known. And that was when he made his presence known, that's when he ended up. Y'all remember when he came in as the American Badass, he accidentally almost run over Shane McMahon? Y'all remember that? Y'all can Google it or YouTube it. Also, what they did was, during the time when they were scheduling the match, y'all remember Rona came. So they had to figure out, okay, what to do. Because remember, we was not too sure if WrestleMania was going to happen. That's when they was like, okay, the show must go on. So their idea was they wanted to make it look cinematic, which the fuck they did. Even though they had it 2 days, they made it cinematic. So big kudos to WWE for doing that. I know Triple H was in charge of the whole production. What they did was, for that match with AJ Styles and Undertaker, they drove towards like the end of Orlando, towards like the outskirts. That whole was like far. And when they saw the setup, it was before they set everything up, they was like, they wasn't too sure. But then when they looked at it, they was like, okay, they set everything up. It looked cool. Now here's the secret behind that. During the time of the match, y'all remember in WrestleMania when Undertaker hit his arm on the hearse on the glass window and it started bleeding? They had to stop, take the glass out, and then they had to shoot from different angles. Now with Undertaker, as his stature as he is till this day, he could have handled, you know, standing in one place. So pretty much with that match, I'm gonna tell you this right now, that match was like the talk of the town. Shit, I was amazed too. I'm sitting there looking at it like this. Yo, this shit is really, it was that time I was eating popcorn too, because I was like, my mom kept calling me. I was like, Mom, hold on, this getting good. Wait a minute. So pretty much that match ended with The Undertaker winning and Undertaker riding off into the night. I believe afterwards, after that match, but before his match though, which was, I think to me it was like a wake-up call. He gets a phone call from his niece saying that, you know, his brother, you know, that her father passed away, which was his brother. Brother passed away because he died of a heart attack. So to me, I believe that was like a wake-up call, like, okay, well, once he was done with AJ Styles and he rolled into, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. When he rolled off to the night, I think in the back of my mind, I think this man was done. But then later on, there was like article said that he signed like a contract or something like that, but because he now, well, let me just, the cat's out the bag because it's all over social media. He announced his retirement from WWE. So you're talking about, because I saw it like all over my Facebook timeline. Somebody DM'd me the article. You know my ass is in denial. I'm a whole big Undertaker fan. So I was like, let me go look. Let me just go look, right? I looked at the article bit by bit. I'm like, shit. 3 decades. He is retired. I even went to the extreme. Went to the WWE website, the WWEshop.com. So you know when you go under superstars, there's like superstars and there's the alumni legend section. Undertaker's right there in there. I said, God damn it. So I'm not even gonna lie. I even cried on this one too. Chapter 5, I cried. Chapter 1, I cried. Chapter 5, I cried. So the first one and the last one, I cried. All I can say is that I believe in this documentary, the last one, it was pretty much that match. I know I was hoping they was talking about that match with him and AJ, because it was just like, how did that shit come up? And from watching all the chapters of The Last Ride documentary series with Undertaker, it taught me a lot. Like, this man put his body on the line for us WWE Universe, for the WWE fans. And all I can say, from the baddest woman on YouTube, thank you, Taker. And this is all I have to say now. And then what's funny is my friend was like, I text two of my friends. One friend I told him what happened. He's like, wow, 2020. I was like, yeah, he retired. It's an article about it. So he did a post. I text my other friend, and he knows I'm such a girl. He said, don't be crying. I said, it's too late. I already cried. It's too late. I ain't crying no more. So it's along the lines of, like I said, thank you, Taker, for your services. Undertaker is like, remember I told you guys in the very beginning what Undertaker was? He was like the uncle that shows up to all the parties, to all the family functions, the favorite uncle. I guess he ain't gonna be turning over the WWE Universe no more. So, once again, from the baddest woman of YouTube, I would like to say thank you, Undertaker. I grew up as a kid watching wrestling, and you was one of my faves to watch. Actually, he's my favorite, by the way. So, once again, this is all I have today. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Till then, bye.